I got zeroed out my membrane, you keep calling me insane. Every single day more XRP is what I obtain. No more cash, no more cars, only QR codes. No more proof of work, we running validated nodes. This is the life that I chose. They look at the cons, I look at the pros. I'm always bullish and it shows. Now you wanna ask about XRP, I am not telling. Now you want some of my XRP, I am not selling, it's not for sale. Honestly, I just wish you well, cause I'm XRP for well. I'm XRP for life and that's forever, can't you tell? I just keep on buying while they telling me to sell. The whole world gonna be shocked when XRP break out its shell, and that's when we prevail. I'm XRP for well, I'm XRP for life and that's forever, can't you tell? I just keep on buying while they telling me to sell. The whole world gonna be shocked when XRP break out its shell, and that's when we prevail. XRP taking the lead, come equipped with institutional speed. XRP giving the go to proceed, don't listen to FUD, I know they mislead. Try to tell them but I know they don't care. ODL, no nothing compared. Back in the day I was willing to share, now I don't have any left to spare. Source some liquidity on demand, try to tell them but they don't understand. Holding my ledger right hand, my hand, see the signs it was already planned. Digital economy, it's already here. I'm talking about the moon, they think I majored in astrology. Haters talking trash, I think they majored in garbology. Focus on my future, so I invest in technology. Number one is where we ranking.
Come on.
And if you don't have XRP, then I do not know what you thinking. This the time, this the year, this the place to be. Hold them strong all day long, doing it faithfully. Keep that negative energy far away from me. It's not our fault that we seeing something that you can't see. I got my hands on some on-demand liquidity, and I'ma hold on to it now into infinity. This the greatest wealth transfer the world will ever see. But I'm done talking, I'm about to go buy me more XRP, cause I'm XRP for well, I'm XRP for life and that's forever, can't you tell? I just keep on buying while they telling me to sell. The whole world gonna be shocked when XRP break out its shell, and that's when we prevail. I'm XRP for well, I'm XRP for life and that's forever, can't you tell? I just keep on buying while they telling me to sell. The whole world gonna be shocked when XRP break out its shell, and that's when we prevail. I'm XRP for well,
For well.
I'm XRP for well, I'm XRP for life and that's forever, can't you tell? Can't you tell?
All right, let's go. Let's get Bitcoin. Let's get everything back in here real quick. BTC USD, pow, we're in there. Bitcoin, gotcha. XRP's here. We need XLM. XLM USD, pow, we're in there. All right. It's almost 10 cents even. XRP fell below. Now, what we want to wait for is, are we going to come back up and bounce off to go lower? This would be the point where you would enter a short right here, 30 cents, 30 and a half cents. This is where you'd enter the short if it went this way, if that's what happened, or this is going to happen. It is broke below. Now it's going to come back up. It's going to fake coming back down to go lower. And right before it gets to that line at 30 and a half cents, it's going to start shooting up like this. And then it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here to about 37 to 38 cents. And then it's going to hold. That's what I think is going to happen. So what up? What up? What up, Moonshot? What up, USMC laters? Let's go. What are we setting to 100x? How do we do that? Casper working its way up. Look at Casper. Little CME gap right here. That's got to get filled. So Casper does have to come back down a little bit. Oh, WadsPay came down, hit a double bottom at 0.0092. I did not know this. I'm looking for the first time with you guys. Look at this. Look at this. Wow. Look at that perfect double bottom. Wow. I wonder if they gave me my 1-to-1 on WadsPay yet. They're doing an airdrop. I have 51,000. That means I'll get 51,000 free WadsPay tokens. Let's see. I did not get it yet. Whenever I get that, I'm just waiting. I've been holding 50,000 BitTrue or WadsPay on BitTrue for so long. I don't know when they're taking the screenshot from. What is up, everybody? Get up in here, man. I'm waking up. I'm waking up right now. I got like 2.5 hours to chill. I managed to scare up $600 yesterday. So I bought $600 of XRP. I managed to scare up $600. I put it right in my ledger. I'll even show you guys. It was $600. I took $575 of the 600. I'm not gonna lie. I left 25 in my checking. I am not even going to lie to you guys. Papow accounts. Boom, there it is. 1,792 XRP, $564. So out of the $575, when the whole process was over, I got $561 worth of XRP, which was 1,782, I believe. There's the portfolio right there. Bam. 1,800. Oh, no, it was 1,792. Okay. With the 10 you keep in your account, it puts me to over 1,800 XRP. So I personally have 1,802 XRP in my ledger and 7,501 XLM Stellar Lumens. So boom, that's my ledger. And the rest I hold in my BitTrue. My wife has the 17,000 XRP in her ledger. This is mine. She has hers in the safe somewhere in the house. What is this? You guys want to see something funny? Let me show you guys something funny. It's a... Oh, jeez. What the heck is going on? Come on, bro. Stop. There. That's what I want. All right, cool. I'll show you guys something. Watch this. Yeah, XRP's gonna explode this year, I believe. Don't you worry. It's coming. Let me show you guys something. This is so funny. This is a picture of my wife in our bed. My wife got up from work. My wife got up and left for work, and we keep our pop sockets on the wall so we can hang our phone right there. I hung my phone with the XRP chart showing on my phone, and we have a nice QLED flat screen that hangs over the bed, that's attached to the wall, but swings, over the bed for us to watch. We have a huge king size bed on the floor in a nice little frame. And look at this. She got up and took a picture, and look at this. She said, "Where's Waldo?" You see my head right there. We have Egyptian pharaoh sheets or blankets and pillowcases. And you see, look, there's Luna right there in the mess of all this bed. There's Luna, but under the blanket, touching my back with her butt and her face on this pillow. And Henry's fast asleep right here. Can you see Henry right there? There's Luna. Here's a closer picture. There's Luna, and there's Henry, and there's my head right there. And we keep the remote on that little 2 inches of headboard. Isn't that cute? Look at these two sleeping. And Diesel, the male Bengal cat we have, usually sleeps right on either the pillow right here or her pillow right here. Excuse me. And there's the hodl. There's the Blur Gang hodl. Excuse me. Oh, you're right. I didn't turn the light on. You're right. She's right. I got up and she ran back over to their bed. Let me show you guys. She's so funny. She's coming back right now. She ran to her safe place, and since I didn't do anything to her, now she's back to torment me. Are you back to torment me? Are you back to torment me? Are you gonna bark? Where's Henry? Henry's on the Yogi Bow. There's Henry. Can I help you? Excuse me, can I help you? Do you want a treat? Would you like a treat? Is this what you want? Can I help you? What? If she sneezes, she's upset with me. Can I help you? What? What can I do for you? Luna? Luna? Excuse me. Can I help you? Aw, she's being so nice. She is being so nice. She's being so nice. She stole one of the treats. Oh my god, she stole one of the treats and ran over to Henry. Luna. Look at her chewing on it behind Henry. She stole one of them. I put 3 down, and she ran over to sit on Henry. She's like, wait, where'd you get one? What the fuck? Where'd you get one? I threw one at Henry, and it hit him in the chest. She didn't know he had one. She's like, what the fuck? Where'd you get that? What the fuck? All right. I know there's more. There's 2 more over there. I brought one over. I brought one over here, which means there's 2 left over there. All right, I gotta go get. All right, You got any crumbs? You got any crumbs here? No. All right, I'm gonna go get one of the other ones. All right, I got one. All right. There's there's one over. There's one right there. And she's got the other one. Luna. She's so cute. Henry, what's going on? Henry's too lazy to get out of the Yogi Bow. They're so funny. It's so funny. All right, so here we are. Look at this, man. Look at Wad's Pay. Wow. Let me say hi to everybody. Took a vacation to Mexico. Okay, bro. Okay. Who else is here? John 1 Freeman. Let's go. John 1 is in the house. Luna be like, give it up already. She's about to bark at me because she ate them all already. I want to put that closer. There we go. All right. Bitcoin. Let's see what is going on. We got the 50 EMA, which is actually, I want the 50 to be yellow. All right, the 50 EMA is yellow. The 200 EMA can, no, I want it to be like a fluorescent so it's easy to distinguish. So we're going to change this one to like pink and bigger. There we go. Okay. So the 50 EMA is this yellow line. The 200 EMA is the pink line. And this is what we got going on here. We can get rid of what happened down here. We don't need that anymore. The double bottom never happened over here, so we can get rid of that. That double bottom never happened. It's more like a nice W formation now. See? Like this. So let's see what happens. We have a nice, like, trend happening here. There's the trend. Perfect touches. This is the channel. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 touches on this channel. This channel is a legitimate channel right now. Let's get rid of this these trend lines. Hold on. All right. So this channel is legitimate. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 touches on both sides practically. We're barely missing a touch right here. But this is a legitimate channel. If we break below this channel, I'm looking for it to touch 1759. And if it goes lower, well, sky's the limit. If it goes lower in a reverse type of way. So I have figured out something. When I want something, and I say like crypto a year and a half ago, when I found cryptocurrency as an investment, because I've never invested money except for in myself, right? Whenever I made money, I put it into a business that I was doing to make the business bigger, to make more money. So I figured out investing in cryptocurrency could be lucrative because it's the future. And further studies has showed that it's going to change money because it's the last thing that technology has changed. And it's going to make it faster and better and settle. So I figured out investing in cryptocurrency could make me a lot of money, right? Which is why a lot of us are here. So I have figured out when I find something that I like to do, I am like a destructive resonant frequency. That's exactly what I am. DRF, destructive resonant frequency. I want a DRF, I need a DRF emote. That's what I need, a DRF emote. All right, we're going to be rich soon, don't worry. This has to get closed. This, that gap has to get closed, so price has to come back down at least to 0.031. And then that'll be finished. That'll be ready to go up if it's going to go up. All right, just texting with my wife. I have an amazing video. I mean, honestly, we should all watch it, man. Because it could be the cure to all deadly diseases and cancers or whatever. You guys want to see it? It's pretty cool. I mean, crypto's going to be here all day. We can take a 5 or 10 minute break and watch something together. All right, here we go. You guys ready? You guys ready for this?
So now we're searching for the magic frequency.
This is called We Found the Magic Frequency. This will revolutionize our future. Watch this with me.
And we start with 100 hertz, and we look through the microscope to see if anything's happening. We watch for 5 minutes. Nothing happens. We try hundreds and hundreds of frequencies, if not thousands, until we find the magic combination. because we believed there just had to be a better way. There had to be a better way, and we think we may have found it. I have here two identical tuning forks, both tuned to the note A, the note an orchestra tunes to. These forks are both made to vibrate 440 times per second. We say their frequency is 440 hertz. If I tap this fork, putting little pulses of energy into it, the second fork will also vibrate in sympathy. And if I silence this fork, we just may hear the other singing its tone. We say that I'm inducing a sympathetic resonant vibration in the second fork. It only works because both forks are tuned to the exact same frequency. Now, many of us have seen this very charming young man on the internet who shatters crystal glasses with his powerful voice. But if you watch him carefully, you'll see that first he taps the glass with his finger and listens. The glass sings its natural resonant pitch. Then he takes a deep breath and sings a loud, long note. He induces a resonant vibration in the crystal glass. The vibration grows larger and larger and larger until the glass is shattered. On the other end of the scale, we have a giant bridge made out of concrete and steel, a suspension bridge, the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. Cars and trucks and buses are going over it every day. And unfortunately, where they built this bridge, there was a steady wind blowing across it. And one day this wind induces a small vibration in the bridge, hardly noticeable. But the frequency of the vibration matches the resonant frequency of some part of the bridge. And the vibration gets larger and larger and larger until the bridge collapses into the river below. A destructive resonant frequency. So on one end of the scale, we have a giant concrete and steel bridge destroyed by resonance. And on the other, we have a small crystal glass shattered. So maybe we could shatter something even smaller, something really small, something you would need a microscope to see. Maybe we could shatter a living microorganism. So maybe we could change a biological living liquid crystal with a special electronic signal. But in order to do that, we would need some kind of device. So we search the US patent database, and we find this invention by a physician, Dr. James Bear of Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's called a resonant frequency therapy device, and its purpose is to induce a resonant vibration in a living organism or cell. If I put in, say, 100 hertz, out will come 100 pulses per second. If I put in 200 hertz, we'll get 200 pulses. So now we're searching for the magic frequency. And we start with 100 hertz, and we look through the microscope to see if anything's happening. We watch for 5 minutes. Nothing happens. So we try 101 hertz. We look through the scope for 5 minutes, and nothing happens. So we try 102, 103, and so on. Over the course of 15 months, we try hundreds and hundreds of frequencies, if not thousands, until we find the magic combination. The answer is you have to have two input frequencies, one low, one high, and the higher frequency must be 11 times the lower. It's what we musicians would call the 11th harmonic. And when we add the 11th harmonic, we begin to shatter microorganisms like a crystal glass. These are the first videos taken. We showed these videos to our friends in the biology department. They said they hadn't seen anything quite like it. Seems to be a new phenomenon. These organisms are being shattered by our electronic signals. We now know that cancer is vulnerable between the frequencies of 100,000 hertz and 300,000 hertz. So now we attack leukemia cells. Leukemia cell number 1 tries to grow a copy of itself, but the new cell is shattered into dozens of fragments and scattered across the slide. Leukemia cell number 2 then hyperinflates and also dies. Leukemia cell number 3 then tries to make another cancer cell. The new cell is shattered and the original cell dies.
Microphone is off. Of course it was. Ugh. All right. So what I said was 2011 is when this pink part of this video was shown. They were destroying. Are you guys okay? What the heck? This pink part of this video where they're destroying leukemia cells with vibration of frequency, with resonant vibration, that was 11 years ago. Imagine where they're at today. Imagine. And then I just read this. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Nikola Tesla said that. Why do you think so many people are talking about how you vibrate as a person? Are you a third dimensional, fourth dimensional, fifth dimensional? You know, it means something. And, you know, we'll get there little by little. We'll figure these things out. First, let's get cryptocurrency to explode, and then we'll talk about vibrating on different levels. Government won't let them use it, though. Yeah, but you have to know that it is being used somewhere in a dark basement or some building somewhere privately. It's being done. Whether the government wants it to or not, it is being done somewhere. That's for sure. We all know I can't talk. I don't want to I don't want to get kicked off of YouTube. I have strong views and I know the truth about certain things because I believe it's true, and I can't share them because this is YouTube. I can make a Patreon. I can make a free Patreon. That's what I could do. I can make a free Patreon. I'll make it free. This should already have my email and password. Yeah, there we go. It says it's incorrect. All right, I'll log in. I'll make a video. I'll give you guys the link. I'll make Patreon videos for you guys. Free ones. All you got to do is just click and be a member of my Patreon. It won't cost you anything. I'll make a free Patreon. Oh, is anybody remember I have this Discord. Remember I have Discord. All right. We have the we have Jaded Markets. This is it right here. Glenn Miller's up in here chilling. What is this? 1999 Calvin Klein. 2019 I Speak My Truth in My Calvins. 2022 the guy's pregnant in Calvin Klein. Yeah, so we got Glenn Miller up in here. We got other people up in here too. Who else is up in here? AR's in here. Who else is up in here? AR's in here. I don't know. That person's in here. Pump it up, pussy. Don's is present. This is in February. Yeah, so we got, we got the, we have this if anyone's interested. Invite people. Copy. Bam. There you go. There's the Discord. I'm going to start to be more present in the Discord, all right? I'm going to get the app from my phone, too. This way, if anybody wants, we could chit. There we go. I'm gonna put Discord over here for now. There's Glenn Miller. There he is. What up, Glenn? Glad to see you are present. Let's go. Big day tomorrow. Crypto. Yo, listen, everybody. Listen up, man. Listen up. This is very important. Muy importante. Vaya. Jed McCaleb is running out. Jed McCaleb is running out. He has 13 to 17 million left. This is it. Couple more days. 3 days left. 3 to 4 days left. It's over. Jed McCaleb will not have any more XRP. Ladies and gentlemen, look at all this. He dumps 4.3 million practically every freaking day. He's dumping that much. That's 3 to 4 days left, man, and it's over. Discord is easier to use. All right, cool. I have to download it on my phone. I have to re-download it. I used to have it, but I took it off. I'm downloading it right now. Open. Log in. All right, I need the Authy for Discord. Hold on. There's Discord. All right. Maybe later. Skip for now. All right, boom. Boom, I got it. I'm in on my phone. So you guys, make sure you click that. Jed is leaving Stellar. Good. So yeah, Jed's balance, ladies and gentlemen, is almost over. XRP, I believe, is going to go to the moon. Not because it is easy, but because it is hard. To do this, that, and the other thing.
But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why, 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? Why does Rice play Texas? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win, and the others too. If we shall send to the moon 240,000 miles away from the control station in Houston, a giant rocket more than 300 feet tall, the length of this football field, made of new metal alloys, some of which have not yet been invented, capable of standing heat and stresses several times more than have ever been experienced, fitted together with a precision better than the finest watch, carrying all the equipment needed for propulsion, guidance, control, communications, food, and survival on an untried mission to an unknown celestial body, and then return it safely to Earth, re-entering the atmosphere at speeds of over 25,000 miles per hour, causing heat about half that on the temperature of the sun.
Yo, Max, you're insane. 70K? Bro, you got to copy my XRP address from Nightbot and just ship a little 5K XRP. This guy's got 70K XRP. You're insane, bro.
Almost as hot as it is here today, and do all this, and do all this, and do it right, and do it first before this decade is out, then we must be bold.
That's right, man. JFK, he knew, bro. He knew. Max, send XRP to the moon. Yeah, that'd be, man. So, I managed to get $600 yesterday. Listen to this. I managed to get $600 yesterday. I had a couple, they're like logistic machines for my company that I've never used them. It's been like 2 years since I used one of them. It's been like a year since I used the other. Well, anyway, I'm like, let me just sell these things. And I got a buyer. So I managed to get $600 yesterday. And I put it all into XRP. So I took $600 and I bought $575 of Bitcoin on Cash App and sent it to BitTrue. By the time everything was said and done, it was $561 and change. And I swapped it out for $561 and change of USDT and then bought XRP. I got $1,792 for $561. So for $561, that's what I was able to get. And I'm happy because remember, my wife has the 17,000 XRP that she's holding in her ledger. I personally was not holding any XRP, but I now have 1,792 XRP in my ledger, 7,500 XLM in my ledger, and in my BitTrue, I'm holding 51,000 WadsPay tokens, 1 million legacy tokens, and 5,100 Casper coins. So this is what's going on right now. He has to sell it. It's going. You're buying all of Jed's XRP. Bro, he's dumping it, bro. Bro, why can't Jed just take 1 million XRP and distribute it amongst my subscribers that are in my chat right now? Why can't he just do that? Jed, Michaela, bro, if you are watching, distribute 1 million XRP amongst my subscribers and myself, please. That would be so amazing. So yeah, I managed to get $600. I took $575 and I bought XRP yesterday, which is cool because I haven't been able to buy at all at these low prices because no calls, nothing has been coming in. Possible double bottom. We'll see what happens here with WadsPay. I'm still waiting for my airdrop from WadsPay from BitTrue.
And as someone who's looking at it from the XRP holder side, what do you think is there an ideal outcome here, and is that a realistic possibility at this stage?
Yeah, the ideal outcome that I'm confident about is that the judge will do what Judge Castell did in the Telegram case, and state that the token itself is just alphanumeric code. It's a token, right? And that it isn't a security, and then only look at, well, did Ripple sell it? And this is what I'm saying to the court. I don't take a position on whether Ripple, XRP, the way Ripple sold it in 2013 or 2014 or 2015. I think the SEC can make a case if they were focused. See, the problem is the SEC's went with this every sale under the world at all times is a security. But if they were hyper focused like they should have been and said that this transaction in 2013, that was an unregistered security because there were no other developers on the XRP ledger at that time, that could be a case they could meet. And so there is a avenue where the judge finds that some very early sales of XRP constituted an investment contract. But today, it's not.
Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and that was Attorney John Deaton on the Law of Code podcast yesterday, hosted by Jacob Robinson. He has a lot of really good guests. Much of his focus is partnership for Ripple. Let's hear just one more portion of that podcast with John talking about
Crypto Eddie just put this out a couple hours ago.
how a win for both Ripple and the SEC can happen.
Bobby Z, what's up, Bobby Z?
Technology is very, very different than it was in the beginning. So there's a way for the SEC to win partially and Ripple to get the clarity they want that ongoing and future sales of XRP are not a security. And of course, XRP holders, all we care about, why I'm involved, is for the court to declare secondary market sales independent of Ripple are not securities and were never securities. And so it's a little bit of victory for everyone. And that's what's shameful, Jacob, is that this case is so ripe for a settlement, right? Where Ripple could pay a fine for these early sales and the technology could blossom and innovation could continue. And the SEC could say, we held a company accountable for our securities laws and still protect investors. But that's not what they're doing, obviously. And that's what's so disheartening. You know what I mean? 68,000 XRP holders from over 61 countries around the world. XRP holders in Ukraine, XRP holders in Russia, XRP holders in Venezuela, XRP holders in Nigeria, Australia, everywhere around the world have come together to fight this government overreach and intrusion. And so ultimately, I think we're going to win.
Markets are still ugly. They were down across Europe and Asia 1% to 2%, and the Dow is pointing lower by a little more than 2.5%. Gold ticked up just a hair, like a buck, but all precious metals slid 1% to 2%, and the US dollar is unbelievably strong. I'm talking a 24-year high against the yen. The June wholesale inflation price came in today at 9.2% for.
Remember how everyone was talking about 589 like a year ago or more? Always keep in mind that COMEX Rule 589 is what they're going to do to reset the prices of precious metals. I think that's going to happen soon. I think COMEX Rule 589 is going to happen to find a new price for gold and silver, palladium, whatever. They're gonna use COMEX Rule 589 to set the price of gold, and that is going to change the price also of XRP.
Japan, this is just an unbelievable number as the risk-off sentiment takes hold. And crypto is no exception, but I think the pros are taking advantage of this situation. I've got an article today that will really illustrate how in these real tough bear markets, the pros do kick into action. The White House foresees the June inflation reading as highly elevated for the U.S. Be aware that the June Consumer Price Index, the CPI, will come out on July 13th at 8:30 a.m. The global economy is so interesting right now because we have all these factors that we've just never seen in play all at once. And particularly in San Francisco, there's an article that was published on July 7th from the San Francisco Standard, and it is about the venture capital deals which have dropped off precipitously in June. I found the article most interesting because Ashish Birla, the former GM of Ripple, is quoted, and he is being quoted as an angel investor. The venture capital investments in the San Francisco startups May compared to June have dropped 65%, and the exit money for the first half of the year is down 88%. It reminds me of when the capital dried up during the dot-com crash. For companies that need to start raising capital again, it's going to be a very different story. And that's pretty much what Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, also remembers. The dot-com crash has lessons for crypto if we can only remember them. But as Garlinghouse goes on to say, the market isn't going away and the opportunity isn't going away. I saw this tweet that Uphold had a special Twitter space coming July 12th at 1800 UTC. And I thought, wow, something is going on. Well, I found out what it is. Allow me to read a little bit of the announcement that I received. So 50% of the Uphold customers are outside of the United States. Many in countries with local currencies difficult to exchange because they represent relatively small pools in the world's total foreign.
Now, listen to that real quick because I want you to know something. Listen to what she just said. She's reading this. This is from Uphold. 50% of Uphold customers are outside of the U.S. Many in countries with local currencies difficult to exchange. Now, this is why I'm so bullish on WadsPay. The reason why I'm so bullish on WadsPay token is because not only is that true, but the WadsPay app launched because of reasons like that.
Exchange market.
And remember, the WadsPay app launched in India on November 1st of 2021 to 1.38 billion people. 1.38 billion people. Wow. And that's probably over 2 billion people because of Asia and the Middle East right next to it. So that app is going, this is one of the reasons why they're pushing the supply from 250 million max supply, changing it to 1 billion, which is like a 3x up. Not a big deal to me. That's why they're airdropping everybody 1-to-1 on whatever you're holding in WadsPay token.
What FX traders call illiquid corridors. So look here, Uphold is leveraging RippleNet and Ripple's ODL, the on-demand liquidity product, to transact in these illiquid corridors, delivering significant savings on the transaction costs and clearing times versus traditional banking systems. With the appreciable XRP usage via RippleNet's ODL, Uphold has interest in seeing the XRP market develop better liquidity and stability. In this exciting partnership news, Uphold is spurring XRP market adoption by paying out wallet rewards in XRP.
Bro, XRP is massive. Once people finally grasp how massive XRP actually is, I get a feeling in my stomach, in my chest when I talk about this because I'm so excited for how rich we are going to be.
So all Uphold wallet users will now receive a debit card within the app with the option of 4% XRP rewards. This is fantastic. This is another use case. This is going to improve liquidity. So celebrate the Uphold and Ripple partnership with investments in both Uphold and Ripple. That would be through the private equity on the link to website. Now, if you invest in both of them, at the same time, 5,000 in Uphold and 5,000 in Ripple, and you do.
This is my Coinbase card. This is a Coinbase debit card, Visa debit card for Coinbase. Of course, I have my Cash App card if I want to spend Bitcoin. If I want to spend Bitcoin. But that Coinbase card, I love the Coinbase card.
That via the Uphold wallet, you're going to receive 1,500 US dollars back in XRP as a bonus. This is available for all accredited investors globally. The link to grab this
Accredited investors globally. See, it's funny because when it came to Link to, remember when they were giving out an insane amount of XRP if you invested on Link to? Well, guess what? I couldn't do it here in the United States in New York. I wasn't able to do it. And I guarantee you I'm not able to do this on Uphold either, being in New York.
offer, which ends at midnight on the 12th of July, is in the description. She did meet with the Bank of Japan, but there is just a whole lot of nothing.
Oh, look at Janet Yellen.
In terms of information coming out of that meeting. Publicly, they said they talked about the Russian sanctions, but an unnamed source said that they did talk about the currency situation in Japan. I do think the United States is concerned. All right, everybody, let's jump to the fluff. I want to just talk about an Australian company
USMC later. Yo, for real, bro.
that has used the Google search data to determine where people around the world want to move. Well, Canada ranks number one with the 50 countries that
Why would you want to move to Canada?
have chosen.
Canada is right above me. Like, I could drive to Canada in a few hours from where I live and cross the border. I've been to Canada multiple times, like probably 4 times. I think 4 or 5 times.
Canada as the most popular relocation destination. Japan is number 2 and Spain is number 3. Now, the interesting part for me is the reason why people chose Japan was the life expectancy, the industries that it has, mainly auto, robotic, and electronics, and that there were plenty of jobs. Yeah, that's very true, that latter one. Not enough people actually to fill all the employment demands.
All right.
But
we like the video. Thank you, Crypto Addy. Appreciate you. Now, let's take a look at the hourly for XLM. Here is the hourly for XLM. The 50 EMA cross below the. Why is that like that? That's got to change. We got to change that to yellow. There we go. All right, and this one we got to change this to pink. Just so they're easier. Bam. Okay, there we go. The 50 is yellow. The 50 EMA is yellow. And the pink is the 200 EMA. Now, the daily is where you really get the information. So, yes, check this out. Here it is. So, we got the cross up, boom, cross down, almost crossed up, crossed down. So we have been in this downward trend. Change the color of this to green. There we go. All right. Got to break out of that trend. Got to break out of that trend line. Where are we at? We're at the daily here. Now we'll put it back down to the hourly. There we go. All right, that's chilling. WadsPay token. I gotta refresh this. What is going on? Yeah, see, why do I have to refresh it? Why can't it just do it on its own? All right. Wow, that even crept up even higher. Possible double bottom here on the hourly. Casper, let's refresh this too. Let's refresh Casper. What's going on here? Yeah, look at that. See what happens when you refresh? Let's do this. Legacy. Under 0.003 right now. Weird. That is weird. Paribus is dropping at the current moment as well. Let's see what happens. Let's see if that turns around. Actually, let's see if it pings off of this line. That's what I would like to see. All right, 1 hour ago.
Ignition sequence start.
I bought more gold in my Glint account. I'll talk about that later. Okay, want you to see this. This is from Digital Perspective.
Yeah, please talk about that later. Nobody cares about your Glint account.
He put out this.
Buy physical gold and physical silver. Don't use these apps or these websites. Glint. Oh, yeah, here's some fucking gold and here's some more gold. Well, where's the gold? I want it at my house, or I want it in my bank in a safety deposit box. No. If we say it's there, and we'll give you 1-to-1. Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, it's just like paper gold back in the day. If you turned in all the paper gold in the world, there wouldn't be enough gold. So, anyway, buy real gold and real silver.
This is an older video clip from Jeremy Hogan, and what he's talking about here is a scenario where in the Ripple lawsuit, the SEC comes out and says, well, you can sell XRP to accredited investors. Listen to this.
This video ended with a question as to what would happen to the XRP in escrow if Ripple was not allowed to sell it. Now, some people said that the price would go up. I think that some of the more sophisticated responses were that the coin sales were needed in order for Ripple to continue its work on XRP coin usage cases and to finance operations, and that without the sales of XRP, even if the price spiked initially, it was not going to be beneficial for XRP prices in the long term because of the disastrous effects on Ripple. But now we have a new twist on this, because in the case where the SEC actually wrote the judgment against the company, its desired effect was to allow sales of the coins to other companies and large investors, only not to the regular old, Joe Smith on the street. Now, this solution, as applied in the SEC v. Ripple litigation, would allow the sale of XRP, but at a slower rate than previously planned by the escrow. Now, this solution would allow Ripple to continue its operations while still decreasing supply and thus increasing demand and probably the price. And that price action was exactly what we saw in the Kick Interactive litigation at the end after the final judgment was entered. The price went up drastically and stayed up as Kick sustained its business operations. Now, listen, I understand that this is just one possibility out of 10, but the fact that the SEC's desired outcome leads to what I speculate would be a boon, not specifically maybe to Ripple, but to the holders of XRP, I see a setup for a win-win situation for XRP holders at the end of this litigation.
Okay, interesting thoughts there. I just wanted to show part of that because it was, I think that may have been a year or so ago, but it's an interesting little clip. Reuters Legal, the SEC has made an unprecedented, that's a thumbnail word, unprecedented move to keep the names of its expert witnesses under wraps. Ripple Labs said in a filing in the agency's highly watched case over the cryptocurrency XRP. All right, now Wheezy, remember Wheezy's the one that put out that Bitcoin clip yesterday, so that we now know Homeland Security met with the 4 people that are Satoshi Nakamoto. And that's from that video yesterday. Now look at this. He's got, this is from Bitcoin Talk forums. Look at this. Identity. Many readers have asked who Satoshi is, and I've made it clear That information wasn't shared with me. Based on my conversation, I got the impression, never confirmed, and he might have been more than one person. This made me think that perhaps Obama administration was right that Bitcoin was created by a state actor. One person commented on this post that Satoshi was actually 4 people. Again, I have no idea. There's that number, 4 people. Again, that's what this clip said. Now, folks, there's an easy way for all the Bitcoin maxis. They have to be curious about who Satoshi is, right? All the Bitcoin maxis, everyone in crypto who wants to have a level playing field and an honest situation where everybody's transparent. Remember, that's what this is all about, right? Transparency. That's all the Ethereum people talk about. Bitcoin people, transparency. They want everything above board, and so do I. Transparent, level playing field. Now, and by the way, before I go any further into this, I want to make sure I remind you, I want Bitcoin to do well. I want Ethereum to do well. I want XRP, Cardano, and all these other things to do well on a level playing field if they can compete and the best digital assets will prevail. I'm all for it. I believe that everything that has been done is because they knew Bitcoin and Ethereum could not compete because they're lesser digital assets, and the people behind those two have propped them up and got their regulator friends to help prop them up for all these years. Now, but there's one way for us, you want transparency? There's one way to find out, folks. And that's what I'm asking John Deaton right here. Is it possible to do a Freedom of Information Act request to find out who these Homeland agents met with? Because they said they met with 4 people, and those 4 people were Satoshi Nakamoto because they wanted to get a better understanding. It couldn't be difficult for Wheezy here. He has the names right here. One of the names is Rana Sawad, Assistant Special Agent in charge of Homeland Security Investigations. All you got to do is go to her and say, look, we want the names of those 4 people that your agent met with, because she knows, right? And don't forget, they know and have let this market think that nobody did know for all these years. Now, I put this little clip together because
I can't breathe. I ran up and down those stairs twice. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. That woman knows. She's from Homeland Security. Now, if it's in the best interest of the United States of America, she can disclose. If it is not in the best interest, obviously she cannot disclose who the 4 people that are Satoshi Nakamoto are. Apparently, well, I can't say apparently, so you know what? We'll just leave it at that.
I think it's important.
Inflation news, we shall see. Celsius filed for bankruptcy. Field for Yo, you're the best, bro.
Because you're in
Bobby Z in the house. Let's go.
The entire crypto industry is based around this lie that somehow Bitcoin and Ethereum are unique and better than everything else. So it's important to put these videos and sandwich them around it. So here you go.
So when I look at Bitcoin today, I don't see a central third party whose efforts are a key factor in determining the success of that enterprise. The network on which Bitcoin functions is operational, appears to have been decentralized for some time, perhaps from inception. Applying the disclosure regime of the federal securities laws to the offer and resale of Bitcoin would seem to add little value.
We looked at Bitcoin. It was the most prevalent at that point. We had seized quite a bit of it, millions of dollars worth, under the Silk Road investigation. So one of our agents who started looking at another online marketplace through the deep web, which was called Black Market Reloaded, they were sending weapons through packages and ordering them on the dark web. And he was really, really smart, forward-leaning agent. And he goes, I want to go interview Satoshi Nakamoto. And we're like, what? He said, yeah, I want to go interview this guy. And at the time, we're like, hey, it's a figment of somebody's imagination. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's not true. So, we had all this pushback from our headquarters. And we thought, hey, if an agent wants to go talk to him and we have some money, why don't we send him? Let's find out how this works. So as it came to be, the agents flew out to California and they realized that he wasn't alone in creating this. There were 3 other people, and they sat down and met with them and talked to them to find out how this actually works and what their reason for it was.
Putting aside the fundraising that accompanied the creation of Ether, based on my understanding of the present state of Ether, the Ethereum network its decentralized structure, we believe current offers and sales of Ether are not securities transactions.
Hinman is such a snake.
But by and large, the thousands
Oh, here's the other snake. Here's the other snake.
of crypto tokens that have come since are highly centralized. Ethereum is centered around the Ethereum Foundation of Vitalik Buterin and a team of developers. There's 70 people that work at the Ethereum Foundation, not all of whom are developers, but, you know.
So my point in saying all this is they all know that the whole foundation of everything the SEC's built, this idea of Bitcoin and Ethereum being better or somehow different from all of it, it's a big lie, and they know it's a lie. So my question is, why is Senator Loomis and Gillibrand starting their legislation from the foundation of the lie and giving Bitcoin and Ethereum the same free pass that they've had? You should scrap the whole thing and have a level playing field and let them all start from zero, because everything they've done to this point is BS and all of them know it. I think Michael's...
Oh my God, these two are the worst. Yo, these two altcoin daily guys, yo, these two are such clowns, man. The altcoin daily guys are freaking clowns. Watch their videos. Watch an altcoin daily video and you're dumber by the end of the video. They do not even give real information that you can use.
Saylor is starting to get a little nervous now. I think that what he's facing here is, I think that he needs more money into Bitcoin for his own, to save his own butt. And so now he's even going in and talking down Ethereum and how he thinks Ethereum's a security.
Language in that bill. Ethereum is seemingly a commodity. What do you think?
You know, I didn't have any input into that. She's too kind to me, but that's not me, right? Unless they referred to some publicly available comments I made. I didn't offer any private comments with regard to that act. With regard to Ethereum, I think Ethereum's a security. I think it's pretty obvious it's a security. It was issued via an ICO. There's a management team. There's a pre-mine. There's a hard fork. There's there's continual hard forks. There's a difficulty bomb that keeps getting pushed back. The difficulty bomb is going to wipe out the entire ETH mining industry. It's going to obliterate it, murder it, okay? The fact that somebody is able to murder an entire industry and then they keep changing their mind every 6 months about whether to do it or not do it is indicia that it's a security. And
so this guy's all in on bashing, but I like what he said about the difficulty bomb. Now, that's techie talk, so I'm not sure exactly how all that works, but according to him, it's going to be an Ethereum wipeout. So those are great thumbnail words for this video. All right, now I'm not going to play these videos, but I do want to make crypto.
Yo, who's snake number 3?
Cowboy's point here, and he says, Gary Gensler, we're missing the last 2 months of your calendar on SEC. The last recorded meeting was February 4/29/22 with Jamie Dimon. Now we know JP Morgan owns Ethereum infrastructure. So yeah, he's showing that. Then I went looking for the calendars. I'll show you that in a second. But first I wanted to show you this. Check this out. I said, I think Gary Gensler is asking Tim Draper the wrong question. The real question is, who can do it without corruption, fraud, and manipulation? And that I'm referring to this, if you remember.
You mentioned Jamie Dimon, so let's bring it.
Saylor? Nah, Saylor's not a snake, bro. I like Michael Saylor. He's a genius.
Back to Jamie and JP Morgan. What do you think is going to be the thing that they will have to change the most or lose market share and somebody else is going to do better, faster, serve their clients better than JP Morgan or Goldman Sachs?
So I said, he's
Ripple and XRP are the future. Believe that. I believe that. Not financial advice. I believe that.
He's asking the wrong question. The real question is, who can do it without corruption, fraud, manipulation? And
and that would be Ripple. Ripple can do it. The real question is, who can do it without corruption, fraud, and manipulation? Ripple.
Referencing this tweet, breaking, jurors told that JP Morgan has been ripping off the gold and silver markets for years. 3 former JP Morgan employees are on the firing line, including veteran head of precious metals Michael Nowak, gold trader Greg Smith, and Jeffrey Rufo, an executive director who specialized in hedge fund sales. They are all charged with racketeering, conspiracy.
Telling you, man, Ripple is it. What is it? The blockchain billionaire interview? Which one? Is it this one? 3 days ago? Is it the top video, John? Valhill Capital. That guy is the guy at Valhill Capital who speaks for Valhill Capital. He's so funny, man. He's so funny. All he is hopium for people. Don't get me wrong. XRP is going to be worth a shit ton of money. And I hope he is right, but he's so unrealistic. I'm going to give it a like just for you, John, without even watching it.
We're here today with Jimmy Valley, Managing Director from Valhill Capital. And we're pleased to have him with us today and give us the opportunity to talk about digital.
Who are these two trust fund babies? Who are these two trust fund babies? And why is Jimmy Valley's Valhill Capital board meeting room the size of my closet? My stream room is twice the size of the room they're in. If they're talking all this big money and he's all about this big money, why is the room they're in so freaking tiny?
Assets, cryptocurrencies, what's happening with the adoption of digital assets, and the XRP price prediction, as well as the SEC lawsuit, and some more other exciting details. So,
how about we just get into the interview, Bopsy twins?
Thank you, Jimmy, for being here with us today.
Great to have you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So, tell us about yourself and a little bit about your background, as well as Valhill Capital.
We already have that information going forward.
Immediately, and as a firm, we started for over 100 years now.
Yeah.
As Rosie Rios says, the train has left the station.
She does say that, yeah.
And, you know...
Remember what Rosie Rios said when she was on the podium, when she was still working as the 43rd Treasurer of the United States of America? She said this is the last run of paper of $100 bills in this form, meaning next form, if you use inference, if you infer, that means the next form of U.S. currency is going to be digital.
Oh, unfortunately, we live in a time when most people they get their information from a headline. They don't have time to read the article. They certainly don't have time to research.
Yeah.
So it's headlines and sound bites.
Yeah.
And so, you know, naturally, whoever ends up watching this podcast in its entirety will respond with, "Yeah, but when moon." And
when
you know,
moon.
yeah, you know, so when are we gonna get the price? You know, all that stuff. And you know, I understand that kind of lack of patience. I don't understand
lack of patience. You understand the lack of patience
and the kind of unwillingness to invest yourself.
And the unwillingness to invest yourself. Listen here, Jimmy Valley of Valhill Capital. If you understand the impatience, people have been holding since 2017 and 2018, my man. I hope you can understand the impatience, my friend, Because people have been holding for 6 years.
Into learning about what you're involved in financially.
That's also some of the problem, is that a lot of people don't really understand what this technology is doing. They're more about just making the profits. And I really think that, by doing also this podcast, we're able to get
a couple of transactions, very low energy, expenditure type stuff. So a 3 to 5 hour, I think to this day, it's typically 3 to 5 hours, best case scenario. So
that's not practical.
It's not practical, and that's before I really started to dive into things, because it's an astronomical price.
Yeah.
But that's just back to that is the base level protocol. Okay?
Makes sense.
So, but for the lawsuit, that would occur eventually in the future. So you could go to a time, call it 5 years, 10 years from now, you could discount that value back. That was one method at work.
Yeah. To give it
the
RippleNet. Frick, look at this. Ripple is the future. XRP is the future, ladies and gentlemen. It is the future of money. Believe it.
When you start talking about it was somewhere like, 2.5 quadrillion or 3.75 quadrillion.
And then you just gave that example.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That just shows you right there.
That just shows you right there.
Yeah.
That
it's crazy.
The numbers are, and I think in 2020 and 2021, we put like 65% of all the money that exists has been pumped into the system in the 2 years, right? There's these things that have been occurring. It's like Gretzky talks about, I want to skate to where the puck is, where the puck's going, right?
Yeah.
First you got to conceptualize this all the money thing and be able to, collapse it down. It's simple math to divide that by 100 billion.
Yeah.
Right? That'd get you 37,500, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And then, to actually think about, but this target is continuing to expand exponentially.
Yeah. And the debt keeps growing.
The debt keeps growing. Yeah, so now, I bet one of your questions would be, what will we think now?
What are you thinking now?
We think it's higher, we also don't know, at the time, we think the Fed was the right counterparty, but the Fed's been tucked in under the Treasury now.
Yes.
I believe any party being under no compulsion to sell. Not going to get justice out of the courts when you got the other two branches of government.
Yeah.
So how do you go about establishing value and fair market value for an asset that you can't go into court and basically fight on a level playing field?
Yeah.
You have to do it kind of out in the open, squeeze out retail. It's like, okay, you can take those skills now and you can kind of use them for everybody.
Yeah.
And the unfortunate thing is I don't get paid to do it, but it's been.
All right, congratulations, Jimmy Valley. That's the guy who's talking. Number one. Oh, okay. Giant Shifts, energy deal maker, Jimmy Valley.
And amazingly beneficial for me,
in your heart.
In my heart.
I think it will pay off down the road, though.
I think it will.
All right, these guys are warming up to me right now. These guys are warming up to me a little bit.
I personally believe what we're seeing right now, again, in this transformation is, I think we are going back to a gold standard. I've mentioned this.
Oh, my God. I love these guys. All right, never mind. Forget everything I said. These guys are warming up to me. Come here, Win. Come here. Come here. Look who's here. Look who's here. Say, yep, I agree. Listen to everything my dad says. I agree. 589 to the moon, bitches. You're such a good girl. Mwah. She's a good girl. Come here. Come here, sweetheart. Oh, she's so... Come here, baby. She's such a good girl. All right. She wants to sit with me. All right, let's listen.
Earlier, and I'm still very opinionated on it. I think we are going to go back to a gold standard, but what the process is kind of digitizing the whole thing, So my question is, do you think that XRP could be backed by physical gold? Is that possible?
Oh, 100% it's possible. As most.
I love this interview.
There's already the Sovereign Gold Bond project, which is kind of a really a massive joint venture among all the BRICS nations, right? So they're
Bro, I got 2 bottles of sriracha in my fridge.
mining.
My wife and I make this thing. It's called crack slaw, and it's burger ground up. You fry it up, and you dump a bunch of coleslaw from the bag. You dump it in with it. Then you squirt a bunch of sriracha and stir it up and fry it, and it's so good.
Massive gold deposits out of parts of Russia, and China is investing equity money into it. India is going to issue bonds, and then they've got other projects. China has many projects in Africa where they're mining gold. These are massive projects. Uganda just found is it 13 trillion? 12 to 13 trillion in gold there. And what we're hearing almost daily of these massive gold discoveries in really countries that need them the most. But if you look into that type of stuff, they'll once you have it in Dory bar form or gold bar form and the types of form that it's stored in vaults and things like that, you can put a serial number on it. You can stamp it with a serial number, and you can attach that to a digital asset.
Yeah.
And then instead of having to put the physical on a plane and ship it across countries every night,
which is ridiculous.
Send XRP.
You just sell up with an XRP, or XLM, or one of the ISO type token formats. But 100%. We agree. We're going. We think it's gold standard to us is a euphemism for an asset-backed digital currency. Or an asset-backed digital currency system. So we think it won't just be gold. It'll be a basket of precious metals. We also believe that oil and gas are going to be part of this initial commodities basket, and that's why you're seeing Saudi Arabia and Iran in particular wanting to potentially go into BRICS and be part of that new monetary system.
Amazing stuff.
Yeah, and what's interesting is central banks, you probably already know this, but they've been accumulating gold for a very long time now. This is just me speculating, but what do you think on maybe they're accumulating because they're preparing for a Bretton Woods 3.0? In other words?
100%. There's a lot going on with that, though. There's the whole Basel 3, there's the COMEX 589. They have to start.
You heard it, right? COMEX 589. Did you hear him just say it?
3.0. In other words?
Basel 3. Remember, Basel 3. I talked about that as well in my COMEX 589 video when I made the video that said 589, not what you think.
100%. There's a lot going on with that, though. There's the whole Basel 3, there's the COMEX 589. They have to start. There's already a movement underlying the banking system where they have to start basically settling up in real physical gold and not just having paper gold trades.
That doesn't work.
But this ties in probably.
It's the perfect segue to setting the price of gold, maybe, or setting the price of these basket of commodities. And issuing digital assets,
and then setting the price of the digital asset.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, once
So
precious
they all
metals
tie
are
in.
reevaluated.
Let's go, Moonshot. Let's go. Rexy the RAR 3. Let's go. No, Basel 3. Basel 3.
Precious metals.
All right, we'll pause. We're coming back to this right now. We're going to come back to it right now. 1 second. Give me a second. So, 589 rule. 589 a rule. implementation of new NYMEX-COMEX rule regarding special price fluctuation limits for certain NYMEX and COMEX metals, futures, and options contracts. Crashes of the markets, the rise of the phoenix. Remember. Let's go on down. Corner of silver. During the next 2 weeks, as the stock market bubbles will be bursting loudly, speculators at bay will be forced to sell physical gold and silver they had hoarded, waiting for an upside reversal of precious metals. In a few days, the prices of gold and silver will reach their bottom. Gold could drop to $1,000 an ounce. It's currently at $1,800 an ounce. Silver could drop to $12. The goal designated in May by the exit of the trading triangle. No bid. When all the weak hands. Basel III pretty much says that banks have to hold physical gold. That's pretty much what it says. Basel III pretty much says that banks have to hold physical gold. Have sold their physical silver. No, it has to deal with their capital adequacy, stress testing adequacy, and liquidity requirements. That's why it's making them hold physical gold instead of paper or documents that say they have the gold. It means they have to physically hold it. It's BASEL 3, Basel 3. No one else will. And this is COMEX 589. Want to sell any ounce of silver. In this case, auctions will rise, and this rise could be extremely brutal. COMEX Rule 589, published in December 2014, provided for this scenario. If the bidding on the silver goes up by $3 without anyone agreeing to sell at this price, the market pauses for 2 minutes. Then the auction resumes. In 10 or 12 minutes, the price can go up to $12. As the daily increase limit is reached, the market will be closed until the following day without any fixing. Without fixing, no one will be able to buy or sell physical silver. The next day, the same price scenario will be in play. The auction will resume in the initial price plus $12. So it closes at $12, then opens with plus $12. So now it's $24 of the day before, and no one wants to sell. The price rises again by $12 to $36. This is how they're going to find a new price for the metals. So it's 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 until they agree to sell or buy. Let me see. Let's see. Without anyone until they agree to sell. I expect that the bottom of silver will be reached in the last days of November, and that the Rule 589 should be applied in the first trading days of December for a vertiginous rise, as no one dares to evoke aloud at what level will this rise stop. No one can say, but at the end of the year will certainly be memorable for those who have accumulated physical silver or XRP, hoping that one day it will become a precious metal, even a monetary one. That's COMEX Rule 589.
Will be reevaluated for sure.
Yeah.
And Basel III says that banks have to hold physical gold. That's what Basel III is.
And yeah, Jerome Powell recently gave a brief speech on CBDC.
Your boy knows what's happening, man. Trust me, your boy knows what's going on.
Central bank digital currencies. He was talking about embracing it and the adoption. So if people pay attention, you'll start to see that the mainstream media are starting to slowly and gradually talk about it publicly. So almost like they're trying to condition people to get familiar with it because it's coming.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, this has been going on for a few years now, right?
Yeah, it has.
It just hasn't, the mainstream business media, the CNBCs, the Fox Newses, and all that, they just have, I think, willfully because they're told to by the people who, I don't know, own them.
Yeah.
Not to talk about it,
Yeah.
right? Till they've got their bags nice and full,
yeah.
and their payment rails are set up. I mean, I do. There's a part of me that's conflicted about kind of everything we've been doing. I'm talking about Val Hill and kind of our attempted to put pressure on the market, which, you know, who the hell are we? We're a little fledgling firm in Houston, you know. But
I think you're bigger than that.
I do appreciate that this stuff takes time,
Yeah,
right?
it does.
To do payment rail deals and open up these corridors and do the plumbing work is
The infrastructure.
It's decades of work to do, right? And frankly, I don't have a problem with, you know, I could of course see a gradual adoption of this technology that takes 15 years to do, 10 years from now to complete, where, you know, the price starts to just kind of ride up and it goes to $1 and then it's $5 and it just, you know, does that over this course of, like you would think of the way a stock react, like Amazon did from 97 to today, right? That's not my issue. My issue is that there are resources of our federal government which have been weaponized against the people who are trying to take advantage of that technology and adopt that technology and incorporate it, you know, into the people who are, you know, smart enough and tenacious enough to do the homework and figure this stuff out.
Do the research.
Because there's a huge barriers to entry just figuring out how to have a digital wallet.
Yeah,
you know?
huge. Yeah,
These types
it's
of
very
things.
complicated,
It's
especially
complicated.
if you're not used to that.
And there's tons of fear involved in it. There's tons of FUD being thrown at people in this market every day, coming from all different directions. To use an instrumentality of the government that has resources available to them and can play the dirty pool in a way and get away with it that you and I could not do. We would go to jail.
We have a problem.
That's a problem. So, you know, we just want this all done out in the open, out in the light. You know, like if we ever would have gotten engagement from the Fed, we never did. They did acknowledge, because we had massive people call.
So you never.
We had massive people call the different district banks, and they acknowledged that they received it. Okay?
The proposal.
Correct.
Okay.
But that was pretty much it. And frankly, that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they know what we believe it's worth.
I think you shook the cage a
Okay.
bit.
And if they try to take it in the future, which they may, very just like the gold thing, just like Germany is doing with energy right now, they're passing laws to basically make it legal for the state to take voting and non-voting equity interests in their energy business. That's nationalization of energy.
And that same concept could be applied.
That same concept could be applied.
I wouldn't see why not.
Yeah. So that would be a government taking, right, without due process.
Yeah.
In this country, at least for now, we still have constitutional rights.
For now.
For now. You got to be careful about how you say them these days, but you know, they're still there. We're still free.
Yeah.
At least free in here. You're going to have to pay. You're going to have to pay what fair market value is.
Yeah.
And fair market value is if I didn't have this lawsuit and the market manipulation, and I knew what you were going to use it for,
where would it be?
You know, in 5 years or 10 years from now, what would the price be then when I went to transact?
And that's fair. Yeah.
That's the definition of fair market value.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
But they're playing games.
I think and they're playing games, and so I think they're trying to front run I think they're in coordination with the very elite banking institutions, your J.P. Morgans, your Citis, your Wells Fargos, you know,
Central banks,
corruption going on.
The IMF. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
And you know, I think the IMF is a little more new. They're certainly not American centric, right? I mean, we have to appreciate this country has experienced 120 years of basically having the dominant currency.
Yeah.
And world wars have been fought in protecting that and making that even more realized. But at this point, our number one export out of this country is dollar bills.
Yeah.
We don't produce anything.
It's a safe haven.
Yeah.
Yeah. For other countries.
It has been, except there's two things at play. There's the Triffin dilemma, which is really the thing that underlines both this. Are you familiar with it? The Triffin dilemma was this thing discussed at the last Bretton Woods event.
Yeah.
That
1944.
Around that time.
Bretton Woods Agreement.
That if you had a world reserve currency that was also a national currency, at some point the pursuit of your legitimate international interests will be in conflict for what's best for the people, your constituents of your country.
Okay. I get it.
And vice versa. So when you go to invest in your country, you necessarily are going to lose position on the global stage. And that's what's happening now. The way that our political class has been using this is weaponizing the system. Hey, the dollar system is just a network, right?
Yeah.
Basically. SWIFT is just a freaking network.
Messaging
it's just
system.
Old. It doesn't work that well. But it's no different than this new crazy stuff we got that's just better,
more efficient,
faster, stronger, right?
More scalable.
But it's a network that allows payments to occur, that our political class has weaponized against other countries like the BRICS nations, notably Russia and China and Iran, and they're tired of it.
Yeah,
they're just not gonna do that anymore. Yeah. So
they don't want to be bullied anymore.
They don't want to be bullied over things that are. They want to engage in the global market,
yes,
and they have resources that are of value. And but the Triffin dilemma has led us down to be this dominant, world reserve currency, but now we've weaponized it to such an extreme extent that other people are opting out of the dollar.
Yeah.
And so the demand for the dollar is dropping rapidly. If Saudi Arabia and Iran go into BRICS, the petrodollar is dead.
It's done. Yeah.
Like dead.
Yeah.
It is. It's worth less than the intrinsic value of any bill in your billfold right now, which is about 2 cents.
Well, commodities being traded in dollars is what's keeping the dollar strong.
That's correct.
Too. And that's one of the reasons why the dollar is stronger than other currencies is because it's being measured against other currencies that are doing even worse. So it's just an interesting
because they
concept.
have to have access to dollars.
Yeah, exactly.
But what's happening? This we're living this amazing time where the BRICS coalition is coming together, and they are moving to a gold standard. They're moving to a asset-backed currency,
and it's probably going to be digital too.
And it has to be naturally. Yes. That's just the place we are in human evolution.
Yeah.
That you might as well go ahead and make it digital. So yes, it will be digital. China already has a digital central bank digital currency.
The yuan.
The yuan. But you can't underestimate the power and the ramifications of the moves that the BRICS coalition is making right now.
Here we are. I'm back. I had to make, this is my shake. So instead of eating, I have it because I've been losing weight. I'm doing a shake, and there is strawberries, fresh strawberries in here, raspberries, blueberries, and black raspberries, and 1 full banana, and 1 310 vanilla protein powder mix in 8 ounces of water and about 8 ice cubes. It is so good. It's so good. Ah, yes. What's going on here? Dodo died out fairly recent in the grand scale of time. This save hate kind of triggers me because it's literally not the past few years, one of the most risky. All right, let's take a look at price real quick. Just a few months left. Yeah, could be a few days. Could be a few days, ladies and gentlemen. A few days it could be. Remember. Could be a few days, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get my airdrop, man. I better get an airdrop. I really hope I do. 50K XRP. Who's got that? I haven't had savings in 5 years, but I've been gaining XRP. I'm on the 30. Approaching 50K? You are an animal, bro. I'm waiting for my 50K WadsPay token airdrop. I should be getting 51,000 WadsPay tokens. I've been grinding when WadsPay was worth more. I grinded. When it got down to under 2 cents and at a penny, I made sure to get like 25,000 more. So I've been holding 50,000 WadsPay for a long time.
Now to move to this asset-backed system. The reason the dollar is strengthening right now is because it's only being transacted by Western nations, right? Mm-hmm. It's the BRICS nations, which represent over 40% of the world's population, about 3.2 billion people, versus the G7, which is like 780 million. Okay, people. It's a fraction of the constituent parties that are engaged in the system. When they pull this off, and they will pull this off, in fact, they're in the process of successfully pulling it off, the dollar will drop until we are forced to go back to our own asset-backed digital currency. And it'll be trying to catch a falling knife until then.
Do you think the UBI, Universal Basic Income, might have something to do with that when that time comes?
As in bringing about adoption of the new digital currency, or?
Well, so you know how the Fed is slowly introducing the idea of adoption of CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. They have the Fed Now coin, and then they're discussing universal, well, not the Fed, but universal basic income has been discussed amongst the banks. So do you think that all ties in together with perhaps a liquidity crisis, or even hyperinflation of the dollar?
I do.
You know what I mean?
Because there's also, we talked earlier about the barriers to entry of even learning. You know, we are part of, I don't know, some fraction of 1% of people who can even have a conversation like we're having right now.
Yeah, very small percentage.
At least enough to be conversant in these topics. People have no idea that this is even going on.
It's true.
I think some type of a universal basic income is going to be necessary just to assist people in the transition to the new digital economy, because most of the
new economy is going to be insane. That's all I got, though. XRP, no other crypto. You are, bro, I'm with you, bro. I have no problem holding just XRP too. I'm just trying to up my XRP game by holding these other assets real quick.
Certainly in the financial sector, most of the way that people have made money and basically been a middleman charging fees to move or manage money.
Yeah, that's practically out. The middleman shit is practically out. The banks have been ripping people off. The middlemen have been ripping people off for too long.
Those jobs are going to disappear.
Yeah.
And so you're
it's
going
happening
to have to,
now.
That's right. So you're going to have some way, just from a social safety net of keeping people, you know, where they can at least have their basic needs met. I don't like,
No,
we talked
go.
about this
Go on.
earlier
Go on.
before we went
Go
on, but the concept of a universal basic income, at least the way the central banks talk about it, makes me uncomfortable because I know that
I agree.
I know it's a Trojan horse to take away more freedom, right?
Yeah.
I don't want her to run onto the cords. My legacy, I'm holding 1 million legacy.
Control for them.
Right. And if you have programmable money that can be turned off if, some bureaucrat in another, might as well be another country, but it's his district, right? Decides that, well, people shouldn't be eating that much meat, or people shouldn't be able to buy a firearm and things like that. You start to turn off the money, but the reason you consented to use the money, it was like a compelled benefit to use this money, is because you were in the transition. You ended up suddenly destitute, and you had to take the money.
It's like a trap.
It's
almost.
a trap.
Yeah.
So I like the concept of the social safety net and helping people.
Yeah, they're trying that's over with, USMC laters. That's over with. It's been adopted already. It's happening. It's already global. Japan is freaking waist deep in XRP.
Through the transition.
Along with pretty much the rest of the world. And Europe has been on board since 2017 with Ripple and XRP.
I would like to see it done in the context of a asset-backed digital currency that basically pays a royalty.
Wait, how do you get your Trust Wallet back? Your Trust Wallet? You need your words. It's like 12 words, I think. You have to have your words, bro. So I got my Trust Wallet here. You have to have your words. So when you open up Trust Wallet, you have to find the place where you put your words in, or your password, or if there isn't, you have to have your words to open up your wallet if you forgot your password.
For the resources that are exploited in the global market from
How to access Trust Wallet if you forgot the password. Here's a video right here. Here's a video right here. Here you go. There's one video.
Nice.
Here's another video. There's a couple videos right there. I hope they help.
From that area. So, for example, in Sierra Leone, Africa, it's one of the most resource wealthy countries on planet Earth.
Yeah.
That on a per capita basis, they should be the wealthiest people there are.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's gone to iPhone heaven? Fuck. If that's the case, then you're gonna have to get a hold of Trust Wallet on Twitter or Instagram. Try to find the main Trust Wallet Twitter account. They will help you. They've helped me in the past.
The reason they are so poor is a couple of things. Notably.
Twitter messages. Do. There'll be a lot of people, if people find out you have an issue, there'll be a lot of fake people that have Trust Wallet fake accounts trying to help you, so be careful. See, Trust Wallet, here's one right here. Have you gotten your Luna coins? This was a while ago. Yeah, I don't even know if this person is even real, man. Yeah, see, someone tried to screw me. So they will help you.
Western entrepreneurial and corporate forces are effectively extracting and exploiting their resource and not really paying fair value for the resource, number one. The second thing is they're using the dollar to basically keep access to the global financial system away from the people who are in those countries.
Makes sense.
What I would like to see is that resource be, which causes they're starting to do that internationally, but still it's effectively same balance sheet internationally. It's when they start going to the other bank or the other central bank, that's frankly when probably we're going to see the real price be
reflected on the.
Once all the money is flowing through
if you and I work at JP Morgan and we're like, you're like, Jimmy, we got to get, you're in LA and I'm in, New York, and you're like, I need to get, $10 million ASAP, I could basically say, well, I'll tell you what, I'll send you 10 XRP and you'll just record that on your side of the balance sheet as that was $1 million a coin. We could be doing that and the whole world would be none the wiser that that's how it was just a communication of value. Right?
Yeah, 3 seconds.
In 3 seconds. That is happening all the time.
Amazing.
And they're not doing it at 30 cents because that would be, they don't.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. I see what's happening. Yeah, there you go.
Have that much, right?
Yeah.
Just because people say they're trading Bitcoin, all right, doesn't mean they're holding it on their balance sheet. I accept Bitcoin at my business because it's money. I'm not going to say no, but I convert it into something else immediately. I don't hold it as Bitcoin because I know personally I don't think it has utility. I don't. The only reason the price is what it is because somebody else is paying for it.
You would be maybe surprised to learn that most of the largest Bitcoin miners in the world also don't hold it in Bitcoin. They basically $10, $20.
Right.
I think it was October 23rd is when this actually occurred, and I think I said this wrong with Linda Simpson. So I think it was October 23rd is when this actually occurred, and I was traveling back from a very important yet secret event that I'll never disclose. But the G7 announced that they had agreed on these principles for central bank digital currencies.
And there you have it.
And and I think it's either 13 or 16 principles. Okay. Wow. That this is how they're going to among the G7. And I mean, okay, so when you go to sell your house or your car, do you discuss all the other terms without knowing what the price is?
No.
What's the first thing in any transaction that you agree is the price? There's no reason to talk if we don't have an agreement on it. So you think that they agreed to all these principles and they don't have an idea?
Oh no, they have something on the back.
They know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So that's just the part they're not telling us yet.
It's the part we're trying to discover.
And the other thing, my partner Scott Minette talks about this a lot, is that Janet Yellen, as soon as she became Treasury Secretary, one of the first things she got done was a global tax deal, right? Where they're taxing, they want minimum
they were
tax
really pushing
on corporation.
it.
Right. So, so we've got global tax deals happening. We got global deals on principles for how they're going to, interact among each other with central bank digital currencies. And people really believe they couldn't come up with a price set for XRP? That's not even hard to think about.
There's no logic there. It doesn't make sense.
If they do that, we believe the value would be higher than it was in September and October of 2021 when we were throwing out
Yeah.
25,000, 37.5 a coin. It's
So it would be a higher
probably
price
a
than
lot
the
higher,
previous prediction.
Probably in the 50,000 now, I would think. We haven't brought the numbers down, but I'm just thinking about all the additional trillions of dollars that got pumped in to the economy.
The debt,
yes.
The fact, the Fed right now is really the only participant in our economy. They're
makes
basically
sense.
issuing all the money. That's going into the big banks, and then the big banks are selling, and the hedge funds are selling their crap fucking debt.
Yeah.
Sorry, can I
Yeah,
cuss on this?
yeah,
channel?
absolutely. Go ahead, please.
They're selling their crap
All the
debt back to the Fed, and the balance sheet's going parabolic.
Yeah, it's all a
There's
bunch of
only-
nonsense.
It's like going to the casino, and there's just one cashier, and they're like giving you the chips and
It's a charade.
taking. It's that they're the only participant in our economy right now.
Yeah, sad.
And that's crazy.
I really think a lot of people are going to miss out on this opportunity. And,
Yeah.
Of course, a lot of people are going to miss out on the opportunity. Number one, the average person doesn't invest. Number one. Number two, they're either so, I would say, seamed into what they believe, like, that they'll be like, yeah, right, that's not really going to happen. You can show somebody 100% proof that it's happening. They still won't believe you.
that's why I'm trying to enlighten and educate my
I really appreciate you
subscribers.
guys for doing what you're doing, because that is, that's the mission, is to bring about adoption. We got to educate, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
And people have to understand what's going on in the.
And I think they're going to get left behind.
No,
So-
it's easier to go watch Family Feud. It's easier to go watch that stuff and zone out for an hour or whatever than to kind of really look at the mirror and go, yeah,
This is happening.
This is happening.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
I know.
don't know what a digital wallet is. I thought Coinbase was good. Now they're freaking tanking. It's all this stuff. This Mike Novogratz guy gets a tattoo, and then the mug comes out from
Terra Luna.
the Luna project.
And then everybody loses their money.
Yeah.
So
Novogratz is a clown.
that's why I highly encourage people to take.
Listen, Rosie Rios works for Ripple. She's on the board of directors for Ripple. Come on. How many other people from the U.S. Treasury work for Ripple? Rosie Rios is one of them. She was the 43rd Treasurer of the United States of America. Look at the names. Look at Brad Garlinghouse, Chris Larson, David Schwartz, Ashish Birla, Monica Long, Christine Campbell. So many big names. So many big names.
Initiative, do your due diligence, do your research, and always ask the motive behind what somebody's saying.
Amen.
Yeah, because the thing is, in the 90s and during the tech and internet bubble, you had economists that were specialized in all these different areas telling people, stay away from Amazon, stay away from the internet. It's a scam, it's a trend, it's not going to be here in the future. But interestingly, it did the exact opposite of what those experts said it was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that got in early, took initiative, have their lives changed forever.
Mm-hmm.
And they're financially free. They made a ton of wealth on the way up. And what they did is they didn't listen to the economists.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They took initiative, they did their research, and they invested in utility. Something that has real practical world use case, utility, solving a problem that's not going to.
And that's what you have to do, man. Utility, utility, utility. People want to say, oh, well, it's being used and they're accepting it over here for basketball tickets. Or you can use it to buy from this clothing store online. Yeah, that's cool. I'm talking about real freaking utility. Real utility. XRP's real utility. WadsPay token. What the app is doing over there across seas, that's real utility. Amazing stuff, man. Amazing stuff. All right, that's cool. We got to do that.
Reminds me of do you remember the story that I was actually when I started my whole Bitcoin trip, my original plan had been to do my university co-op term with Ripple, right? And
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I called up Jed McCaleb, and he basically said yes in 5 minutes. And then we started going through the U.S. visa bureaucracy. And it turns out that the usual channel for getting my J1 visa did not work because it required the company to have existed for 1 year, and it only existed for 9 months. And so we tried fumbling around through the system for a couple of months, and eventually we gave up. And so, the moral of the story basically is that if the visa stuff had been simpler, then I would have been working for Ripple now instead of doing it. Exactly. So Brian Kaplan is wrong. Immigration restrictions can do some good after all.
Oh, okay, that's hilarious.
My guess is Ripple would have been working for you at this point, rather than.
Fucking Lubin, what a retard. Ripple would have been working for you? Ho, 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 ho. Fucking idiot.
On its own tangent.
XRP is standard.
You're goddamn right.
XRP is the fucking standard. Those guys are such clowns. Lubin is such a moron. This kid has been so manipulated.
Reminds me of
This kid has been so manipulated by the people around him that he doesn't know which way is fucking up and which way is down. I honestly feel sorry for this kid, for Vitalik Buterin. I feel sorry for him. I really do, because Lubin and the other clowns who manipulated him, and now look, they're all probably going to go to prison, and they deserve it. They fucking deserve it. Clowns, man. Clowns. And then they joke about XRP being the standard when it really is going to be the standard. It already is. What else? Mike Tyson's first big test in 1983. Oh, wow. Crazy stuff. Well, my grandma's going to be here any second now. It's been 2 hours. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Thank you guys so much, man. Join the Blur Gang Hodl. Join the Blur Gang Hodl, man. Click that button. It's only $2.99 a month. Come on, man. I'm Jada Blur. Until next time, we'll put out some more videos. Peace out. Peace.
I got zero doubt in my membrane, you keep calling me insane. Every single day more XRP is what I obtain. No more cash, no more cars, only QR codes. No more proof of work, we running validated nodes. This is the life that I chose. They look at the cons, I look at the pros. I'm always bullish and it shows. Now you wanna ask about XRP, I am not telling. Now you want some of my XRP, I am not selling, it's not for sale. Honestly, I just wish you well, cause I'm XRP for well. I'm XRP for life and that's forever, can't you tell? I just keep on buying while they telling me to sell. The whole world gonna be shocked when XRP break out its shell, and that's when we prevail. I'm XRP for well, I'm XRP for life and that's forever, can't you tell? I just keep on buying while they telling me to sell. The whole world gonna be shocked when XRP break out its shell, and that's when we prevail. XRP taking the lead, come equipped with institutional speed. XRP giving the go to proceed, don't listen to FUD, I know they mislead. Try to tell them but I know they don't care. ODL, no nothing compared. Back in the day I was willing to share, now I don't have any left to spare. Source some liquidity on demand, try to tell them but they don't understand. Holding my ledger right here in my hand, see the signs it was already planned. Digital economy, it's already here. I'm talking about the moon, they think I majored in astrology. Haters talking trash, I think they majored in garbology. Focus on my future, so I invest in technology. Number one is where we ranking. Come on. And if you don't have XRP, then I do not know what you thinking. This the time, this the year, this the place to be. Hodl strong all day long, doing it faithfully. Keep that negative energy far away from me. It's not our fault that we seeing something that you can't see. I got my hands on some on-demand liquidity, and I'ma hold on to it now into infinity. This the greatest wealth transfer the world will ever see. But I'm not talking